You're a police officer of what rank?
I'm a superintendent of police.
And what department of police do you serve with?
My lord, I work with the cybercrime department under the Directorate of Forensic Services.
Cyber?
Crime department.
Under which directorate?
Directorate of Forensic Services.
Mr. Angulo, for how long have you worked as such?
My lord, I have been working with the department for the last 9 years.
What are your qualifications?
My lord, I hold a Masters of Science in Digital Forensics and Information Security.
Which university?
From the National Forensic Science University in India.
Which year?
Year 2021.
Okay. What other qualification do you have?
My lord, I have certifications, one in...
Certifications. Can you just mention one or two that are relevant to the work you did?
My lord, I am an access data certified investigator.
An access
data
yes,
certified investigator.
Yes.
That is from the Okello Academy.
From the
Okello, Xexterro Academy. Xexterro Academy.
Of where?
That's based in the United States of America.
Which year was this?
Year 2020. My lord, I am also an IBM certified cybersecurity analyst. That is from the IBM Academy, still the United States of America.
Which year did you get this certification?
Year 2021.
2021. Mr. Angulo, you could be having many other certifications. I just want you to tell court which bachelor's degree you hold.
My lord, I hold a bachelor's of information technology.
Which university?
Kampala International University.
Which year?
2014.
Okay. That is sufficient for now.
Much obliged, my lord.
What are your duties?
My lord, as a digital forensic analyst, my duties involves supporting investigation in the recovery of electronic evidences. That is anything that comes from my computer, mobile phones, drones, IT systems, among others.
Any other duty?
My lord, in supporting investigation, I perform forensic examination of electronic exhibits, make reports to that effect.
Okay. How do you come to carry out these electronic forensic examinations?
My lord, whenever there is an investigation that is going on, say by police, we receive requests.
How are in what form are the requests?
This has to be on a letterhead from either the OCCID or heads of investigations from where such requests are coming from.
Yes.
My lord, we require that a police form 17A is also provided. We also require that, in compliance with the requirements of the Computer Misuse Act and Electronic Transaction Act, a court order is also provided.
Other than a court order, do you require anything else?
Yes, we also require that a consent is also provided. That is in the absence of a court order.
Which consent?
What you call a consent letter from either the owners or persons in charge of the exhibit item that is supposed to be examined.
Great. Mr. Angulo, you say you author reports after your analysis.
Yes,
How
my lord.
do you identify reports that you author?
My lord, the reports that are authored, one has a forwarding letter. They have a forwarding letter that contain the seal of the Directorate of Forensic Services and the signature of the acting AIGP Forensic Services, that is Mr. Andrew Chizimula Mubiru.
How else do you identify your reports?
My lord, the reports contained my signatures and those of my co-examiners.
Yes.
On a headed paper of the Department of Cyber Crimes. And my signatures are on each and every pages of the report.
Other than the signature, how do you identify yourself in your reports?
We also have what we call identifiers within the laboratory.
Yes.
That in this case has my hash or identifier, which is 09.
Please repeat that.
My lord, the report also have my identifiers, that is hash 09.
Mr. Angulo, I'm handing you 2 reports, one from me here and another from court. Beginning with the one from court. You tell court if you recognize the documents. Let's try to be faster.
My Lord, this is my report, digital forensic report.
Digital forensic
report. This is a forensic examination report.
Yes.
Vide GABA CRB 026 of 2026.
When did you author it?
My Lord, this
sorry, did you sign it?
Yes, my Lord, on each pages of this report as my signature.
About what else does it contain apart from the results of your examination? Does it contain any other documents apart from the actual report?
Yes, my Lord, it also contained copies of the request letters,
the first letter is dated when?
My Lord, the first letter is dated 7th April 2026.
From who?
From the divisional CID officer, Kabalagala.
Next.
Another letter is dated 12th April. Also from the divisional CID officer, Kabalagala Police Division.
What else does it contain?
My Lord, it also contained copies of court orders,
let's deal with the court order. That is dated when?
Dated 7th April 2026 from the Chief Magistrate's Court of Machindi.
We will come to the order, but what next? What next?
We also have copies of the police form 17A.
So it has one court order?
Yes, my Lord, one court order in respect of a number of items or exhibits.
Copies of 17A dated?
Copies of 17A dated, one is dated 7th of April 2026.
And the other?
My Lord, another is dated 12th April 2026. 2026.
Other than the 17As, anything else?
My Lord, he also has a copy of a consent letter
Whose consent?
This is from Trip Car Rental, Kampala, Uganda, and it is signed by Ashim Juma.
Any other nexture?
My Lord, it also contains copies of the chain of custody logs. For the submitted exhibits.
Okay. Let's first deal with the first. My Lord, we pray to tender that this report, which exists on record as PID 3, as an exhibit.
Yes, Ms. Sawelo?
No objection.
Okay, the digital forensic examination report, which is dated 13th April 2026, which had earlier been admitted for identification and marked PEID 3, is now admitted as a prosecution exhibit, and it is marked PEX 17 together with its attachments.
Most obliged, my Lord. My Lord, I pray for PX 17 to be returned to the witness. Mr. Angula will come to the second report later. Let's first.
Why do you want to take it? You think I don't need to be following what he's saying? You don't have a copy? Okay, you can have it, and
No, my lord, the witness can follow through his soft copy to allow court to.
okay, you can now proceed, Mr. Mwaganye.
Okay, Mr. Angulo, you're ready?
My lord, we have an extra hard copy we can lend.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. You talked about an extra to do with the court order.
Yes, my lord.
What did the court authorize you to do in this case?
My lord, the court order was in respect to a total of 9 items or exhibits.
What was the first?
The first being a Dell Latitude 3350 laptop.
Repeat that, please.
My lord, it is a Dell Latitude.
Maybe you can take me to your page of the page of your report.
My lord, that is the attachment on
Annexure, my
the
lord,
report, an
the
annexure, a court order. It's towards the end of the report.
It is an annexure before police form 17A, I think. Proceed.
My lord, the first exhibit being a Dell Latitude 3350 laptop.
The second?
The second being a Dell Inspiron laptop. The third being a Moto 5G mobile phone. Another being a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G mobile phone. My lord, the fifth is a mobile phone with a brand name Vilaon. V651. My lord, the sixth item is a Simi mobile phone. And my lord, There are 3 flash disks. One being a SanDisk flash disk, and the details as observed here is automotive group.
Mr. Angula, I will request you to speak to court.
My lord,
In other words, raise your
the
volume
last,
a bit.
the last 2 other flash disks being automotive group. That is the label that were on those 2 flash disks.
And you said a court order was from Makindye. Is it dated?
Yes, my lord. The court order is dated 7th of April, 2026.
And what did the were these the exhibits submitted for examination
Yes, my lord.
on police form 17A?
Yes, my lord. These were the exhibits that were submitted.
Where do you indicate that in your report?
My lord, this is indicated on page 2 of my report. Page 2 and 3.
So what did the requesting officer require you to do with those submitted exhibits? My lord, page 2 and 3 has submitted exhibits.
My lord, the request was aware to extract and analyze user activities in the recent days, to extract and analyze browsing activities to also analyze call logs in the exhibits,
Call logs.
Another request was to inspect mobile money transactions in the exhibits.
Yes.
Another request was to inspect car hire requests on the exhibits. To also extract and analyze information on exhibit that was marked AR.
Extract and analyze
Information on the exhibit marked AR.
And what was that?
In regards to WhatsApp communication.
Now you will follow me. What was exhibit AR?
My lord, this exhibit AR was A-R rather, was an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Okay. You say you were required to extract and analyze information on that exhibits in regard to what?
Communication between the phone number which is plus 157
Yes.
132
Yes.
824 09,
Okay.
and another phone number being plus 256
Yes.
769 58 26 20,
Yes.
and the honor or vis-a-vis the honor of the exhibit, that is the numbers that are being used on that exhibit between the dates of 12 March 2026 and 31st March 2026.
From which date?
Between 12 March 2026 and 31st March 2026.
Mr. Angulo, did you carry out the requested analysis in this case?
Yes, my lord.
I want you to go straight away and tell court, after your analysis of the listed exhibits, what did you find?
My lord, the findings of my examination are on page 15 of this report. And my findings are as follows.
Let's deal with the first. What did you analyze and make findings first?
My lord, that is being exhibit marked 1-4.
Which was?
My lord, this is a Samsung Galaxy A16 mobile phone. This was running an Android version 14.
Yes.
And it had a Google account. Identified as Christopher Onyom. Christopher Onyom 552 at gmail.com. My lord, in my examination, the last calls that were made through that exhibit was on the 30th of October 2025. And this call was
on
30th?
I see 30th, you're talking about 31st.
My lord, he said 30th.
30th.
30th, which month and which year?
30th October 2025.
Yes.
My lord, this was a call going to a contact number which is 571 326 5927.
Okay. Apart from that exhibit, what else did you analyze?
My Lord, I also examined exhibit marked 1-5.
1-5.
Yes, my Lord.
What was exhibit 1-5?
My Lord, this is a Motorola Moto G 5G-2024. Motorola Moto G 5G-2024, and it was running on Android versions 15. My Lord, this exhibit had a Google account configured to run it, and this Gmail account is Christopher Onyum at gmail.com. My Lord,
Mr. Angulo, before you proceed, what, from your point of expertise, if you find a phone configured with a specific Google accounts, what does that speak to?
my Lord, for Android-based phones, that is those that are configured to operating system which is Android, they require a Google account for it to be able to operate or function maximally. This is what helps you to install other applications from Google Play stores.
Yes, other than finding that particular Gmail account on exhibit 1-5, did you make any other finding?
Yes, my Lord. This phone also had a WhatsApp application. And the WhatsApp application was registered to a subscriber number.
Which one?
The subscriber number was +157 132
Yes.
82 409. My Lord, this WhatsApp was registered or signed in on that exhibit on the 28th March 2026 at 4:59.
It was installed on that on 28th. Is that what you're saying?
It is the number was registered on the on the WhatsApp number was configured and registered on the exhibit
On when?
on 28th March 2026
At what time?
at 4:59:01 p.m. That is 59 minutes past 4 p.m. UTC. That is the Ugandan time.
Okay. Any other observation?
My Lord,
Or finding?
that that WhatsApp account communicated to a WhatsApp business account that was identified as Trip Car Rental.
So that WhatsApp account communicated to
Another WhatsApp business account named Trip Car Rental Uganda.
Yes.
That WhatsApp business account was associated with subscriber number +256
Telephone +256
743
743
143
yes
706.
What else did you find?
My Lord, the whole extract of the communication recovered from that exhibit was form part of this report from page 18 to page 29.
Page 18.
To page 29.
Okay. We are not going through this communication because PW8 already took court through the same. So we shall therefore move from page 18 to 29, and I will ask you to proceed from 29.
My Lord, specifically as part of the conversation between the WhatsApp account that is being used, that was being used on Exhibit 1-5, was a sharing of a Google location coordinates.
Who shared the Google location?
My Lord, this was shared by the user of that exhibit, that is +15713 282409. In other words, it is from the exhibit and it was going to the WhatsApp business account of Trip Car Rental. The geolocation coordinates that was shared was 0-388.
The what?
The geolocation coordinate.
The geolocation coordinate was, that was shared was
0.388 350, comma 32.602 879.
And which place was this in physical terms?
My Lord, if you play that coordinates on Google Maps, it resolves or it points to a place that is approximately on Namogera Drive, which is just off Chanja Ring Road.
Namogera
Drive,
yes,
off Chanja Ring Road.
okay. What else did you find on examination of that particular exhibit?
My Lord, that very exhibit also was used to search for many locations, but among them
Was
Go slow,
used
please.
was used to search for many locations.
For many locations, including which ones?
Among them was Church Close, Gaba.
Okay.
My Lord, we also examined exhibit.
Before we leave the Google search, how did you arrive at this finding?
My Lord, this was based on the request.
Yes, based on the request. But how did you know that, how did you determine that that handset had been used to search for many locations, including Church Close, Gaba?
My Lord, this was in regards to searches that were done on Google Maps, one of the application on the exhibit itself. In other words, the exhibit used Google Maps while on Google Maps and searched for, or the user of the exhibit used Google Maps to search for Church Close, Gaba, using that very exhibit.
Mr. Angulo, are you in position to tell this court from a physical perspective where Church Close, Gaba is?
My Lord, while coming for this court this morning, I identified that Church Close, Gaba is the road that I followed before I branched off to come in here, which is slightly about 300 meters from where we are right now.
Approximately, sorry?
100 meters from where we are right now.
Approximately?
300 meters from where we are, from this very place.
So I want you to proceed. Other than the examination and findings on that particular exhibit, did you look at any other exhibit, and which one?
Yes, my Lord. Exhibit 1-30.
What was this exhibit?
My Lord, this was a flash disk.
Yes.
And there were a number of documents that were on this exhibit, or document files in PDF.
Yes.
Majorly these were, or this identified, one was a book.
One was?
A PDF copy of a book. With the title, Sun Tzu on the Heart of War.
It was.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. This was.
Which page are you?
I beg your pardon. My Lord, I had. I was on page 31, but specifically the.
No, we are on the first flash, I think,
You are on
which
page
should
30.
be page 30.
Yes, my Lord. Exhibit 1-30.
Yes, 1-30.
My Lord, this contained a PDF copy of a certificate of achievement
certificate
of achievement from ServSafe
from
ServSafe. Serve is S-E-R-V. Safe is S-A-F. All written as one single word.
okay.
And the certificate number was 7307273. This certificate was awarded to Christopher Onyum, having completed a course on ServSafe food handler.
Yes. Did you indicate the extracts of the certificate?
Yes, my lord. The preview of the certificate is on page 31.
Of
the report. Yes, my lord.
From, I'm not sure if you have to use a computer or the original report, but were the dates of this award reflected on the certificate of achievement?
Yes, my lord.
Tell court when the certificate was awarded.
My lord, I request to preview this from the computer because
Okay.
it is tiny.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Angulo, let's proceed. Are you there? If it's delaying, I can retrieve the original copy.
My lord, this certificate was valid from 9th October 2024 to October 2027.
Okay. Go to the next exhibit that you examined.
My Lord, next exhibit that I examined was exhibit marked 1-31.
What was this exhibit?
My Lord, this was still a flash disk.
Did you make any finding from this second flash?
Yes, my Lord. My Lord, this particular flash disk contained document files, which among them was a textbook with the title Sun Tzu on the Heart of War. The oldest military treatise in the world.
Sorry?
The title of this book was Sun Tzu on the Heart of War, the oldest military treatise in the world.
Okay. Anything else?
They also contained other documents, but these were observed to be specifically a recommendation letter for certificate of residence,
Okay.
one particular one was from a person introducing themselves as being Olive Sevaiga Onyum, and this recommendation was addressed to Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Who was recommending?
Olive Sebaiga Onyum.
Olive?
Sebaiga Onyum.
Recommending who?
This was recommending Christopher Okello Onyum.
To which entity?
The Ministry of Internal Affairs, DCIC,
DC?
IC,
On which date?
my Lord, I think this was in November 5th, 2025.
Okay. We shall go to your next exhibit that you examined.
My Lord, the next exhibit that I examined was marked X-8.
X-8. What was X-8?
My Lord, this was a mobile phone with a brand name Villaon, VILL AON, model V40, and my Lord, this exhibit was configured to be running an Android 14 operating system.
It was configured. Please repeat.
It was configured to be running an Android 14 operating system. It had a mobile and MTN Uganda SIM card.
What was the SIM card?
The SIM card was for a phone number 256 769 58 26 20.
Yes. Other than the handset having that particular SIM card?
My Lord, during my examination, we noted that the exhibit had made a call that lasted 38 seconds.
The exhibit? Lasting 38 seconds. On which day?
On the 2nd April, at 11
Which year?
this year, 2026,
At what time?
at 11:25 a.m.
Yes.
This call was going to an emergency number, that is 999.
My Lord, we pray the accused person wants to speak to us.
Please. You have anything to communicate, Mr. Kumbuga? Anything to communicate from him? Okay. Let's proceed.
So you are saying that you're saying that this particular exhibit 8-X-8 made a telephone, made a call on that emergency line. Whose emergency line is that? Just for the record. 999.
My Lord, the emergency line, emergency number 999 or 999 is the Uganda Police emergency number.
Mr. Angulo, how did you establish this?
My Lord, I am a senior officer within Uganda Police Force.
No. How did you establish that the handset had made this emergency line?
My Lord, this was on the call logs that were registered on that very exhibit. And this was the last call that was made using that very exhibit.
Are you familiar with the operations of police emergency lines?
Yes, my Lord.
How many emergency lines do we does the police have?
My lord, the police runs two emergency call numbers, one being this 999, and national emergency call number, which is 112.
The other is the national
Emergency call number 112.
Okay. Who operates these emergency lines?
Mr. Muwaganya, I think that evidence came through yesterday.
Yes, my lord.
Is he bringing anything new?
My lord, I think it was clear yesterday. Yes. I'm most obliged. So you confirm that the handset made that emergency call. What else?
My lord, that hex bit also made some mobile money transactions. And specifically, there was a transaction of 388,000 Ugandan shillings.
Sanguro, when I said that, I just wanted to repeat.
388,000 Ugandan shillings.
Yes.
This was money, or this was sent to subscriber number 256743.
Sent to
256743 143 706, with the subscriber name being Juma Ashim. And this transaction was made on Tuesday 30th.
On which date?
I mean, Tuesday 31st, March 2026 at 8:25 p.m.
Okay.
My lord, there was also another transaction of 195,000 Ugandan shillings.
195
Ugandan shillings.
Yes.
To Annette Odong Agoye. Telephone number 256 772 966 956, and this transaction was made on the 2nd April 2026 at 11:09:20 a.m. That is 9 minutes past 11 a.m. on the 2nd April 2026.
Yes. What else?
My lord, further examination also recovered a web search history on the exhibit. This search history was made on the 1st April 2026. And that this very exhibit was used to search for a location or search for Gaba, church close Gaba.
Okay.
And this was
complete.
Shown to be a location for Gaba Community Church.
Great. Now, before we go to the next exhibit, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Angulo, you are the expert in this field. We had a witness yesterday who informed this court that the accused called an emergency line 112 and he was dealing with a CDR, a caller data record. When you examined the handset, you say you found emergency line 999. Do you have an explanation for that?
My lord, my explanation is that the National Emergency Call Center operates a 24-hour emergency calls within the country, and whichever calls that are made either to 112 or 999 are aggregated and routed to the same emergency call center. However, the operations of telecalls captures this with one call number that is assigned to Uganda being 112. So whether you call 999 or you call 112.
Let's go through.
So the operations do what?
Capture this with one call number assigned to Uganda, beginning from there.
That is 112.
No, I want him to begin from the operations.
The operations, yes, my lord.
My lord, from experience and knowledge, the operation captures
The operations.
these calls, whether you made 999 or 112, it captures as it is a call made to 112, because 112 is the global emergency call number that is assigned to Uganda as a country. So when you call 112 or 999, this call is aggregated and routed to the National Emergency Call Center that is operated by Uganda Police. And if telecalls are capturing your call data, they'll capture as you have called the 112. That is the standard number that is assigned to Uganda as a country.
Okay. Let's move to the next exhibit. Did you examine another exhibit?
Yes, my lord.
What exhibit?
My lord, I examined another exhibit marked AR.
What was this?
My lord, this was an iPhone. Pro Max.
iPhone?
12 Pro Max.
Yes.
And my lord, this particular mobile phone was having a WhatsApp business application. Registered to mobile number +256
Yes.
743 143 706, and the WhatsApp business account name was Trip Car Rental Uganda.
Trip Car
Rental Uganda.
Yes.
My lord, the exhibit communicated to a WhatsApp account
Yes.
communicated with a WhatsApp account +157 13 28 24 09. And the communication spanned between Thursday, March 12, 2026.
Between?
Thursday, March 12.
I can't get that.
Between
That
which?
is on page
The
37.
communication is between what date? And
Between
which
the date of 12 March
Which year?
2026
To when?
to 2nd April 2026 at
Yes.
2:55 a.m.
Again, Mr. Angulo, the owner of the phone was in this court, and he took court through that communication. Is there any other examination that you did as far as this first report is concerned?
Yes, my lord.
What else did you do?
My lord, while examining Exhibit 1-5,
Exhibit 1-5,
5,
which is, just to be sure.
which is the Motorola
Yes. Yes, please.
my lord, we observe that this particular exhibit was over time used to search for a number of keywords and these searches specifically rotated around or searched about kindergartens, preschools, play centers, and nursery schools. The details of those searches were extracted and attached on the report.
Which page?
My lord, this is attached immediately after page 43.
Yes. Immediately after page 43.
The things that were searched about were these. The search about schools near me. These were searched on Google Maps.
Okay, let's repeat that, please.
Specifically, what was he searching about? The schools, the nursery, the play, etc.
My lord, this exhibit was first used to search for schools near near me. Those are the key. Those are the values.
Schools near me.
Also, this was searches using Google Maps anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Then another search was about, about Chanja Junior School. Still on Google Maps. It was searched about Matuga Preschool. Another search was about Lam Kindergarten and Daycare Center.
You're going
Matuga.
to spell that?
Lam is Lam, Kindergarten and Daycare Center, Matuga. Another search was for Mom's Love Kindergarten, Semuto Road. Another was Edibet, ECD and Play Center, Chiti Road, Matuga.
Just spell it again.
Edibet is ED, IB, ET, ECD and Play Center, Chiti Road, Matuga. The search was about Golden Infant Kindergarten, Matuga. Golden Infant Kindergarten, Matuga. Another search was...
Okay, there seem to be so many. Are we going to go through all of them, or you want to speak a few?
All of these searches indicated in the report?
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
I think there is some that may be of interest to you.
Yes, my lord.
Number 19.
Let's go to 19.
My lord, the search recorded was still search about Church Close Gaba.
Okay. And search 23.
Search 23 was about trip car rental Uganda hours of operation.
My Lord, allow me to cover from search 25.
Okay, we shall cover that.
Okay.
But I want us to break off at exactly 2 to have a lunch break. We shall, wherever we shall have reached, we shall stop there and we can resume after the lunch break.
Most obliged. I want to sample out search 25.
Please proceed.
My Lord, search 25 was on how many kilometers does 14 liters get on 2000 RAV4?
And then from 27 to 28.
My Lord, 27, about trip car rental in Entebbe. Search 28, about trip car rental Uganda hours.
About from search 30.
Search 30 was about car rental, Kabalagala.
Let's go to 37. What did he search on 37?
Search 37 is Bungai Police Station.
Please go to 38. What did the exhibit search?
Was used to search for how long to get firearm license, Uganda.
$39.
39, such term was gun license requirements.
What did he search under 40?
Under 40, the exhibit was used to search for ISIS beheading, like beheading, ISIS beheading.
Okay, the rest we court can read. I believe this is all that you covered in this exam.
Yes, my lord.
Probably one more thing before we get done with the report, Mr. Angulo, back to the flash disk where there was that war book. Which exhibit what?
1-30.
That is 1-31.
1-31.
On
Did
page
you
31.
Yeah, did you establish when that war book was uploaded on that device?
Not specifically, my lord.
Is it possible? Can it be found? Can you be in position to establish it by looking at it?
Yes, my lord.
Can you put the flash stick in the computer and find that out for court? When that war book was saved
Yes, my lord.
by use of the exhibit, you can open the exhibit.
Mu kwekebejja ekizibiti ekirambiddwa emu kasale 5 essimu ey'ekika kya Motorola nakizuula nti essimu eno yali ekozeseddwa okunoonyereza ng'era okunoonyereza kuno ebigambo ebikwata omubabiro byali masomero omubeera abaana abatanatuuka kusoma oba mwe bakuumira abaana abato, ebifo mwe bazannyira oba amasomero aga nasale. Ng'era mu kunoonyereza ekisooka yateekamu okunoonya amasomero aganinaanye, ekyokubiri yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Kyanja Junior School, kirala yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Matugga Preschool, ddala yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Lam Kindergarten ne Daycare Center e Matugga, ddala yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Mams Love Kindergarten ku Luguudo lw'e Ssemuto, ida yateekamu ng'anoonyereza Edibet ECD ekifo ewazannyirwa ekyokuzannyiramu ekiri ku Kiti Road ekisangibwa e Matugga. Ida yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Golden Infant Kindergarten nga nayo lisangibwa Matugga. Ida yateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Church Close Eggaba. Ida n'ateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku Trip Current Uganda n'essaawa zebakoleramu. Era kyo n'ateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku kilomita mmeka amafuta lita 14 RAV4 zesobola okukozesa. Kira n'ateekamu era ng'anoonyereza ku Trip Currento esangibwa Entebbe. Kira n'ateekamu ng'era anoonyereza ku Currento e Kabalagala. N'ateekamu ng'era anoonyereza ku Bunga Police Station. N'ateekamu era ng'anoonyereza ku kitwala budde ki okufuna ekyokulwanisa oba okufuna license ekukkiriza okuba n'ekyokulwanisa mu Uganda. Ekirala n'ateekamu ng'anoonyereza ku byetaagisa okufuna license ey'emmundu.
Okay, let's proceed.
If you get it, please tell us.
My lord, this is the package of the flash disk marked 1-31. And my lord, this is the exhibit.
Okay, put the flash, please, and tell court if you can find the information.
My lord, this is the exhibit, and I'll not plug it direct because I already have a forensic copy, an exact copy of this in terms of a forensic image. So I'm just going to check from it because this is not a very controlled environment for me to plug in this very directly.
Okay, please.
Be careful, the laptop will fall. Does it take long?
My lord, this particular book, Sun Tzu on the Heart of War, the metadata information shows that it was published or authored by
No.
Hallandale Online Publishing.
Just a minute. Just go to when it was saved. And there, I want specific information. When was it saved on the flash?
My lord, this was saved on this particular flash on the 6th November 2026.
2020?
I mean rather 2025.
Sixth November 2025.
5 at 1:32 a.m.
Okay. So I want you quickly to identify the exhibits that you dealt with.
No, I said at 2 we
Oh.
are going to have a lunch break for 40
My lord,
minutes.
that's fine.
And we shall
can.
return at 2 minutes to 3.